What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, guys, to another episode of the Blaugrana Bianconeri show, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with another episode 6, ladies and gentlemen, with my guy Gio. How you doing, man?
Doing good, Omar. Glad to be here once again. Can't wait to talk about both of our clubs because it's getting juicy. It is getting juicy. So I can't wait to talk about it, man. Let's get into it.
Yeah, man. Big up to every single one of you guys, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to Juve Corner Cast as always, man. Listen, the season is officially over. So many stuff have happened, but good news is you guys did fulfill your mission. You guys finished top four. You almost bottled it, but hey, you won. So it
Yep.
is what it is, right? You got the job done against
Got the
Venezia
job done.
in the end. Yeah, you did. You did. You got the job done against Venezia in the end. And look, I'm gonna be very honest, man. I was actually watching City, bro. City this final day, amazing, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, Your Friday started great. You got to see the Inter tears. I
Oh,
know
of
you did.
course. Of course.
You did, man. I mean, listen, I did a watch along for both games, and in the end, it was a great game, right? Amazing game, right? At the end of the day, Napoli did their thing. So did Inter, but in the end, Napoli won their league. Conte, once again, man, walking into a team in Serie A, winning the league, man, showing how it's done, right? At the end of the day, what a manager, man, what a manager. But you guys, there was a point when you guys were 2-2 up, when you were 2-2. Roma were finishing top four. I was like, woo, wow, wow, wow.
Yep.
Because Lazio were also battling their game as well. I'm like, brother, it's like, bro, just give it to Roma at this point. Because clearly nobody else wants to finish top four in this. But in the end, you guys managed to sneak it and get the winner. And now you guys are in the Champions League.
Yep.
How did you feel, man? Like, tell me your entire
Oh,
day,
well.
like watching that, bro. I can imagine
Well.
that whole roller coaster, man, was
Oh
insane.
my gosh. Well, I mean, the first 2 minutes weren't so great. I mean, I was like, oh, like when they scored, I was like, oh, here we go again. I'm like, this is not going to be good. But we reacted, which is a good thing. We learned how to react in this game. Yes, we conceded goals, but I feel like that the most important thing was winning. Colomani getting on the sheet was actually really good for us, and in a nice little skill move from Conte that caused a penalty, and Locatelli, which I was surprised that he was taken. I was like, oh no, he better not miss it. But it was just up and down, up and down. But in the end, like towards the 90th minute, I was just like shaking because it's like if Venet because oh man, it was like if Venezia score, it's over, man. Roma would be in the Champions League right now, but Juventus was able to lock it down finally and to not concede in the last minute. And we did it. We did it, and I'm proud, of course, of Tudor and the boys. At least we got to the Champions League, which was our objective. At least was our minimal objective, not our objective, but our minimal.
Hey, I mean, sometimes you gotta be able to walk, to run. You feel me, right?
Yeah.
And look, I'm not gonna lie. Serie A has probably been the most entertaining league, probably in all of the leagues, to be honest. Because we
Mhm.
won the league very easily. I mean, in the I know Real Madrid were in the title race, but we won it fairly easily. The Premier League was definitely not performing this season. Serie A, bro, as far as entertainment is concerned, I've told people, I'm like, bro, Serie A honestly was the most entertaining league, bro, because
Yeah.
there was everything to fight for all the way to the final day. You had a title race that went all the way to the final day, a three-horse race, by the way. It was a three-horse race for most of the season until Atalanta kind of fell off, right? It went all the way to the final day, and then you had top four. You had like 6 teams trying to finish top four. You feel me, right? You've
Yeah.
got Inter, you got Juventus, Roma, Lazio, Bologna, all trying to finish top four on the final day, right?
Mhm.
But
Yep.
in the end, you guys got it done in the end. And big up to every single one of you guys who are in the chat, man. Big up to
They
every
got my
single one of
guy.
you guys. Big up to Jordan. Big up to my guy. Zilia say he's saying Yokeres to will go to Juve. Yeah, we'll get into all of the transfers 100%. Don't worry, we will get into all of that. But Before we actually go to Juventus, I actually wanted to start with Barcelona first because I wanted to get the Barca out of the way because there's a lot to talk about with Juventus and I don't
Yeah.
want to back to Barca. So we're gonna start with Barca, right? So obviously, I don't know if you've been seeing recently Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, our goalkeeper, right? Have you been seeing what's been going on social media with him?
Not that much. I heard some stuff about Marc-Andre Ter Stegen that he might leave, this and that, but I'm not sure if there's anything else if I saw. But I heard that he was linked to be,
Okay.
moving out, like to leave. But
Yeah, so basically this is the story, right? About a few days ago, he was trending on Twitter. Ter Stegen
really,
out was trending on Twitter. Like, bro, it was trending. He had over like 200,000 posts, right? There was somebody who made like an 83-minute video. And it's on Twitter. I actually watched it.
wow,
83-minute video of just this guy's mistakes. And I'm not gonna lie, those mistakes were awful, right?
yeah, yeah,
And look, I honestly, if I'm gonna be very real, I think that Barcelona should be moving on from Ter Stegen, right? I'm not against the move at all, right? But basically, the talk has been kind of like the fans' reaction. Many people are saying that the way the fans have been reacting is not fair, and this and this and this, right? Look, I'm gonna be very, very honest, right? Yeah, listen, man. We see the hair, man. You gotta see the hair, but look, yeah, big up to Shahid, man.
big
Big up to you
man.
every single time. Yeah, but when it comes to Ter Stegen, I think that his time at the club is genuinely finished. And many people kind of look at it, they're like, oh, he's been treated unfairly and this and this. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not fair, but also I'm not gonna sit here and just blindly defend the fans, okay? So I'm gonna be very objective when I say this now. I think that at the end of the day, Ter Stegen has been poor for seasons now. And this is kind of the season when it really has come to a head, right? Because he started the season very poorly. He got injured, which is not his fault, came back from injury and was making mistakes from the moment he came back. So many Barca fans are just like, brother, we thought that maybe if you came back from injury, things might change a little bit. But dude, you haven't changed. You're still a scrub. You're still performing like a scrub. And listen, we can't keep doing this with you, right?
Yep.
And look, the fact of the matter is, I think that his time at the top level is over. Right? I think it is, and I think that he should leave the club. However, I do agree that some fans maybe are taking it a little bit too far, right? With some of the things that they're saying. Like, it's not personal. I don't feel
Yeah.
like it has to get so personal. You don't have to be insulting the guy personally and all this stuff if you don't like him. You can say, yeah, we want the guy out. We don't think he's good enough, this and this and this. The fans have every right to say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean, right? I think the fans have every right to say, listen, we don't want Ter Stegen here anymore. We don't think he's that guy anymore, right? But let me ask you this, right? You support a big club in Juventus who have outspoken fans as well, right?
Yeah.
You've also had moments where you've had players who, the fans have just had enough of. They're just like, listen, man, we don't want this guy. We want him gone. Get him out of here. You understand what I mean, right? What do you think? Do you think that the fans have the right to kind of go off the way they do if the player has kind of been prone to mistakes over and over, where you just say, nah, you know what, bro? Screw it. Get this guy out of here. I don't want him here, right? Because sometimes I think the media, they call the fans out. Oh, the fans shouldn't be doing this. Oh, remember this player did this. What do you think?
Well, listen, I feel like if the player was like there for a long time and is considered like almost to be like a legend for a club. Yes, he might be doing a lot of mistakes now, but you have to also remember Ter Stegen's out of his peak. He's no longer there anymore. Like he's not that type of goalkeeper that we all say, oh, okay, you know what I mean? But like for example, we could say it about Vlahovic. I liked Vlahovic before he's everybody, all the fans, everybody started to turn on him. I liked Vlahovic when he came firstly to Juve. Then everything changed when I saw the inconsistency, the not just that, but also the misses that you would see. It was just disgusting to watch. And I feel like with Ter Stegen, I feel like the fans have every right to, but in my opinion, they shouldn't take it to a personal level, or they shouldn't like bash the guy completely. You know what I mean? I just feel like that they should just say, okay, it's time for, Ter Stegen out. Yes, it's time to move on. I think that's what, the best that that we could do. You know what I mean? And I think that would be better for Ter Stegen career wise, and also for Barcelona going forward as well. Because I think that would be the next thing to really think about, right? Is that big
Yeah,
up
where
to
you at,
Reno,
man? Like you
this
didn't know, man.
guy.
Where are you, man? Where are you, man? Like you're not answering for your crimes, man. Like come
He
here and
said that he
answer for
might
your
come on
crimes.
later. He said that he might come on later. So let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
because, yeah, for sure. All right, but yeah, continue your point. Big up, Justin.
Yeah, no. I just think that with Ter Stegen, listen, the fans have every right because we've seen his performances, especially before his injury and after his injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the fans shouldn't take it to that extent to like start bashing him over this and that. Like, listen, if the guy knows that he's out, and not just that, but the fans say that he could move on from the player. Don't be bashing a guy that's been there when no one else was really there either. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think with Ter Stegen, listen, there's his pros and then you have his cons, but I feel like that it's best for Barcelona and for Ter Stegen to move on.
Anyway, I mean, look. Here's the thing with Ter Stegen, right? I'm gonna be very honest, man. If I'm go, Ter Stegen has had his moments where he's genuinely been very frustrating. Like sometimes I feel like he's very static. He doesn't react
Yeah,
too quickly. He doesn't do a lot of stuff. You feel me, right? And
yeah,
as a Barca fan, and I'm not gonna lie, I remember recently I was speaking to a lot of Barca fans, and they made a good point when they were telling me, they're like, brother, you know what the thing with Ter Stegen is? Big top world class goalkeepers turn up in the big moments, right? You see Courtois in a Champions League final, he turns up, right? You look at
yeah.
Buffon when at the back in the day, he turned up in
He
the
turned
big
up
moments when you needed it, right?
exactly.
Top goalkeepers always turn up when they're needed the most. The problem with Ter Stegen is you can't really go and look at any game where you're like, oh yeah, he turned up on this game, like in
Mm,
Europe. Like, bro, when we were like all those comebacks, I'm not gonna lie, man, he was poor in those games, right? Right? He wasn't reacting quickly enough. And before I used to
exactly.
just think, well, it was the team mentally, this and this. But really, when I went back and watched the game, I'm like, brother, this guy was conceding hella easy goals, man. And that was really what really stressed me out about him. And as a and when I look at it now, and I look at especially since he's come back from injury, how slow he is, right? He still shows that same slowness. I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. I'm not sold in. You feel me?
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
not sold in at all, man. But look, at the end of the day, I do believe fans have the right to say what they want to say. However, I also agree with the fact that the fans should not be going too far.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying, right? Like you don't like. Here's the thing. I do feel bad for Ter Stegen in a way because, brother, this guy has been through a lot in his personal life, right? Not only has he been injured all season, but he recently got divorced. At the end of the day, he's been through so much,
Yep.
right? And at the end of the day, I can't really like go on to him that much. But yeah, man,
Exactly.
that's really that's a very good point. But let me read what some of the people are saying. It says that's why he'll never take Neuer's place. I mean, he is Germany's number one, so he's kind of technically taking his place. He said Ter Stegen is just a failed goalkeeper, but toxic, arrogant personality with the greatest defenses mentality. Well, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, that's a good job. It says that Barca's comeback board goalkeeping coach is a very old classic, old fashioned, and he needs to be sacked. Oh, you're talking about the goalkeeping coach. Yeah, this
Oh,
guy, he's going after everybody. Everybody can catch the
dang.
smoke with this guy. Crazy, crazy. Anyways, all right, so let's move on. Obviously, let's get to the real meaty stuff. Let's talk about Juventus. Now, we've kind of started, talking about the league. Champions League football secured now, but now we need to talk about the off season. And last time we
Hasn't
did the
been
show,
kind. Hasn't been kind, bro.
we last time we did the show, you were here, you came in, you had the glasses on, you were very confident, man. You were sitting here telling me, listen, man, Conte will be coming in, he'll be joining us, don't worry, he'll be here. You said it, bro. You gave me your word. You said he was coming, bro. I believed you, man. I was like, yeah, Conte,
Yeah,
man.
no.
After he
I
wins the
mean,
league, he'll be back at Juventus.
I
And
believed it
now,
too.
and now he's confirmed he's staying. I mean, let's start with that, man. Fucking hell, man. Like, what happened, man? Like, you gave me your word, man. You gave me your word. What happened?
Well, listen, I think that so Conte basically, listen, we all thought because of his past, he wins something at one club, he moves on. You know what I mean? He does the same thing at every club, and this is the second time that he's actually not. And the first time was actually at Juventus. So, um, for Conte, listen, it's like more of like a mixed feeling since he's not coming back. Um, I thought because it was like supposedly was getting so close to the fact that he was about to be already in Turin, everything like that. But I feel like that with the I would say the proposal that Juventus had, I feel like that the
Oh,
management that's what really got in the way with Conte because Conte demanded a lot of things, 200 million, to spend in the market, full control of what's going to happen in terms of the team, right? And then there's a lot of other guarantees, you know what I'm saying? Because, not just that, but we also Juventus sacked Giuntoli as well. So Giuntoli's out
mm,
of the way. Now this other guy, Comoli, who's going to become the new CEO. He was the president of Toulouse in League One. So I think with Conte not coming, of course, it's a bummer. And then after that, we'll talk about the second option that also rejected Juventus. But I think it also shows that if Conte does not want to come, then something is up in Juventus. And it's something more than mentality. It's got to be more. It's also probably more than the management. And I've been saying this for a while. It's most likely the ownership.
mm,
John Elkan, man, why do you think if you go and check out Formula One, not like, I don't like to compare sports, but you know what I'm saying? It's just different. I don't know what it is. It's like Juventus is doing um terrible, and then you look at Ferrari and they're doing terrible. You know what I'm saying? But this is all because of the ownership. We're both
mm.
we're basically both fan bases are complaining about the same thing, the ownership. Big up to Michael, by the way. But
Yeah,
he says I'm Cristiano with the noodle hair.
yeah, the little hair, man.
But yeah, no, listen, I feel like that. Of course, it was a huge shock, but at the same time, I think it was like also a destiny for Napoli to keep him. And listen, they did their part. Making top signings. Supposedly they're gonna sign KDB soon. And doing a lot of other
Wow, that
stuff.
is crazy.
Saeed, you're
Jeez.
crazy for that. you know,
Big
this
up
guy,
Hammers.
big up, guys.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I mean, I don't really know, man. I'm just very curious on what Juventus is going to do now. You know what I mean? What's the plan? Like, what is the plan? Are we sticking with Tudor? Because if I was Tudor, I would say to the management, you know what I mean? Like, you just got, you went after
You went after this
coaches.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, if I was Tudor, I would have been like, you know what? Screw the
I was
management. I would have been like,
plan
get the
C.
hell
I
out.
wasn't even plan B.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I'm not even plan B. I'm plan C, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'm surprised at Tudor because knowing his temper in certain managements, right? The guy would just say, F off and, leave. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But I think it's also because of Juve. He likes Juve. You know what I mean? Saying so. Yeah. Big up to Havertz, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yo, everybody's liking my hair. I'm guessing.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, man. It's a brand new look, man. Hey, listen, man.
I know. Look,
Everyone loves it, man.
that's
Hey,
good.
listen, man. Make sure you guys smash the likes because of
Let's
Gio's new
go.
hair, man. Listen, man. He's
Smash the
debuting the
likes.
new hair, man. And also, big up to every single one of you guys. Actually hit 3.5K today, man. Appreciate you
Oh,
guys. Thank you
big
so
up
much.
to Omar, bro.
Thank you
Congrats, my
so much.
friend. Congrats.
Thank you so much. Big up to every single one of you guys, man. I couldn't get here without you guys. Thank you. But yeah, continue. You were saying about
Yeah, I just feel
Tudor.
like this.
So you
Yeah. If I was Tudor, I would be like, get out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be if I was Tudor, I would be like, I'll probably leave the management because the management is a mess right now. You know what I mean? Giuntoli's gone
okay?
as well. You know what I mean? And not just that,
I
but
mean, it wasn't when you like I thought you and Nino and Rino were actually like you guys didn't like this guy, this Giuntolini guy, or is he someone else?
okay. So Giuntoli was a sporting director. He was a
Right.
sporting director, right? I like some things that he's done, right? Brought in Turam, brought in a couple of signings, but you saw those top signings that he did sign, they flopped. You know what I mean? So, and then not just that, but I feel like that a lot of the mistakes that he has done. I mean, if you look at it, Lloyd Kelly selling Hoyson, you know what I mean, for a cheap price. You know what I mean? I think that he deserves to be sacked. And but the thing is, who will replace Juntuli? Well, it remains to be seen. Who will? I mean, I would say the only good news or the better news is that what's his name? Comoli, which is the ex president of Toulouse, is going to be becoming the CEO of Juve, which I think is good for experience and good for
Mm.
I think everything just the infrastructure of the club. I think that that's a good thing. But just in general, I feel like that the management is just we're all over the place. Like we don't even know what players is going to really come to Juve, and that's concerning too. And we don't even know the
Mm.
coach. And that's even if we're going to stay with Tudor, which most likely is going to be the case, or we go after another name. Which the dream, which I've been hearing, the dream would be bringing Zidane, which to me, which to
Ooh.
me, I say that's a good idea, but will the management do it? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Because listen, the management, we don't really know what the hell is going on. It's like you just missed out on Gasparini, which we're gonna get into that now. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
don't worry, we will. Hmm.
like we just missed out on Gasparini, which was the plan B. Like you had 48 hours to convince the guy that you had a project. But I feel like that if you look at it, look how everything went with Motta. I feel like that not just the coaches, but even players are even asking the question, who will be what is the long term future of at Juventus going to look like? I think that's what a lot of the coaches are looking at, right, and stuff like that. And guess what? They rejected. It's not. I'm like I said. When Conte rejected, I'm not surprised because of what was happening with the club. Now, what I thought was, I was like, maybe Conte was waiting and thinking about things because of Giuntoli was still there. Because I know Conte did not want to work with Giuntoli.
Oh,
But then
okay.
the crazy thing was when we sacked Giuntoli, Conte decided to stay anyway at Napoli. So that was kind of like a big backfire what we did, you know. So
I
at
mean,
the moment, we don't really know what the heck is going to go on unless we find either we're sticking with Tudor, that's for sure, or we're going to find a new coach. And the dream would be, of course, Zidane. Do I think it's going to happen? Most likely not. But you never know. You never know.
I mean,
That would be
this
a crazy
is
signing. That would be a
yeah.
crazy signing.
I mean,
But
Zidane would be a dream to be honest, right?
yeah,
But yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Look to God for says Bon Gasparini. I'll be honest. I mean, I mean, to be fair, I'll say this right. You guys didn't look.
I feel like
You
we
guys
dodged a
had
bullet.
declared you died the bullet for with Gasparini.
I think so.
Okay, I mean, yeah. So, okay, so listen, let's actually get into it.
Mhm.
So yeah, Gasparini was your plan B. Apparently, from what's funny about the Gasparini news, right? This morning when I woke up, I saw that you guys were looking at Gasparini, and apparently Roma offered him
Mhm.
a contract, and he said that he was going to wait because he was going to hear what Juventus had to say, and
Exactly.
then literally within like a few hours later, the here we go was already confirmed. Yeah, he's moving. I'm like, the hell? What did he just talk to Juventus and
Exactly.
Juventus going to like the tournament project? He was like, yeah, I'm good, and then just signed the contract right there and then. Like, it made no sense. But you said that you died the bullet. Well, like, why do you say that personally?
Well, knowing how Gasparini is, he's not very good on big egos. That's the biggest thing. You know, he had problems with Lookman. He had problems with Coop Miners, which is at Juventus right now. He had a lot of problems with a lot of those big egos, and I feel like that his style of play will take time to be implemented. It's kind of like the same process as Motta. Do I think that it's going to be like how it went with Motta? No. You probably see some progression. But in my opinion, the Juventus fans, and including myself, we cannot wait to win any longer. We need to start getting back on track and start to compete for the Scudetto starting from next season. Will we do that next season? I'm not so sure. I hope so. Because otherwise it's going to be bad. It might be more banter years to come. Of course, Conte was the dream, you know. But we shall see, because remember, yeah, he might have stayed Conte, but I feel like that probably at the end of next year, if something happens, if they don't win any titles, I feel like that he could leave
Oh,
anyway, which would be the thing.
okay.
And then Conte will be back on the radar again. But will Juventus take him? Most likely not after what just happened. But this is not the first time that Conte has done this. This is like not the first time Conte has left like at the end of the transfer market too. So I mean, at least this is the beginnings of the transfer market. You know what I'm saying? So we have time to look for it. But there's not many coaches out there. And then there was a name that popped up today that I was like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Um, about the what was his name? He's from the coach from Fulham in
Oh,
the Prem.
Silva,
Yeah,
Marco
Silva.
Silva.
You know, Juventus being linked with a guy from the Premier League that's Fulham. Like, with all due respect, I'm like, that is not a Juventus coach material that I'm looking at. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm like, could it be something, right, to look into? Maybe. Okay. But if you think about it, we can't be giving managers like that chances. Then we're going to be basically having another moment, probably like a Moto 2.0 again. And we don't need that. You know what I mean? We don't need
Hmm.
that. Oh my gosh, because otherwise
I
there's going to be
mean,
fire. There's going to be fire at the Juventus headquarters. You know what I'm saying? Because the fans are already fired up of what's going on. So,
jeez.
yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, jeez. I mean, okay, so I mean, you say all of that. So now let me ask you this question now. Who who would you guys go for now? Now that you kind of lost on your two main targets.
My third mind in Omar, you probably may agree or may not agree,
Please,
but I
by
was
all
thinking
means.
about I was thinking about Xavi.
Okay.
I was like, why not? Why not give Xavi a shot? I mean, listen, he played good football. It's not like he did, and he set up Barca for the next level. Then you guys got Hansi Flick
Yeah,
and he took
he
Barca
built
to
that
another level.
team.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
built that team to what it became. I hear you.
Yeah, and I think that Juventus will need somebody that could at least get the ground up going. I mean, listen, we don't have a bad squad. We have a good squad. It's not like we don't. I'm saying Bremer will come back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make signings, of course. You know what I mean? Especially if we get
Oh,
Jokeres. You know what I mean?
wait, are you guys in the Club World Cup?
Yeah, that
Oh
too.
shit.
Yep, yep.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, okay. So with the managerial options that are out there, right? Javi is the most obvious one, I think.
Deserby. Deserby is
Desert.
another
Oh
one.
wait, the Desert believe.
I'm not so sure, but I've been hearing that there's also could be links with Deserby, which wouldn't be a bad idea.
So Desert would be
But
a good one. I mean,
yeah,
Javi would be a good one too. I'm not gonna disregard my manager, right? Because I think that he did a good job at Barca, and also I think that his style of play might work in Serie A. To be honest with you, because
yeah,
he kind of plays a little bit more defensive. He's very cautious, and also I think Juventus are one of those clubs. They're not afraid to. Oh, they're not always known for like going gung ho attacking. Like they try to go for the 1-0, 2-1. They don't mind like winning 30 when they have to in certain
yeah.
games. You understand what I mean, right? So I think that maybe Xavi might good be a good fit, but De Zerbi is a very good option too, right? That's
Hmm.
one I'm definitely looking at. Now I'm about to do something crazy here. Okay, don't blame me for overthinking this, right? You've seen, tomorrow Inter playing against Juventus, against PSG,
Oh
right? Champions League
gosh,
final.
yeah, I'm doing a hate
Champions
along
League
for
final, yeah,
that.
yeah. I am sure you are. You are. Listen,
Yep.
I said I want to see Enrique do the treble. So go on, come on, PSG. You know what I mean, right?
PSG, please, PSG, please,
Yeah,
I beg, bro. I can't have those
yeah.
Inter frauds win. I can't.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't.
Listen, Anthony, George Moore. Yeah. You're not gonna want to deal
Oh
with
my
them, right?
gosh, I can't.
I mean, listen, man. You've been laughing that you laughed at them a week ago. So listen, man. They're not
I
trying to
mean,
see. Yeah, you don't want to see
whew.
them. So yeah. I mean, look. I'll say this: if they lose that game, probably Saka, Inzaghi might probably be gone, and I think Al Halal is the club that is looking at him. Could
And
yeah, listen, could
Juventus.
Juventus Could
Yeah.
Juventus just just do it? Because you know you did this with Allegri. Remember when you guys when Allegri in Milan sacked Allegri, you go and hire Allegri. Allegri went on to win like all those league titles. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, man. Could you? I mean, this is not even the first time because I know my history. I think back in the day, was it Trapattoni? Which manager did you guys do that to? It was a manager that Inter had, I think, or was it Juventus that had like a top manager, and you guys didn't give him the new contract, and then he went to Inter?
I
I
believe so.
I
I'm not
know.
sure what's his name.
So this is not the first time. Listen, man. If he gets sacked, are you willing to just test the waters, man? Just test the waters.
Oh
Like,
my
hey,
god.
listen, hey,
I don't
hey,
know.
listen,
I
man.
don't know, bro. That's the
And also,
thing.
let's be real.
You
Let's be
know,
real. If you guys manage to bring him in, bro,
that
imagine it.
it would piss
Man,
a lot of Inter fans off. I'm not gonna lie. It would piss those Inter fans even more, especially if Juventus does that. And there was actually crazy links with that too, with Juventus and Inzaghi. But do I think that he's gonna come to Juve? At the moment, I don't know. I don't
it's
know.
wishful thinking, but hey,
Yeah,
you
I
can
mean,
only wish, man.
it depends if he parts ways with Inter, right? It depends,
Hmm.
and we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. Because if that happens, I'll be shocked myself if that does happen. You know what
I
I mean?
mean, speaking of former managers, have you heard that apparently AC Milan are about to hire Allegri because they've sacked Conceição now.
Yep.
So
It's yeah. No.
so
No. It's a done deal. Yeah. It's a done deal.
so yeah, he's
Allegri.
returning back to AC
Yeah.
Milan. I mean, he won.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, what do you think about it? I mean, obviously, former manager, of course.
I think it's good. It's good for Milan, so then they could stabilize their team. Allegri's very good at that, stabilizing a team and to do something good. And listen, and if they could keep Leao and a couple other key players,
Hmm.
I think that they could work well with Allegri's system, knowing that he likes to be always, the sitting back and then just hitting on the counter, getting that one goal. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see because knowing Inzaghi, every single game you're gonna have blood, your blood pressure going like it's like boom, 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 your heart. That's it. I'm telling you right now. Just letting all those Milan fans know you're gonna suffer the pain that we had for 3 seasons. By the
To be
way,
fair,
and,
I'm sure a lot of the Milan fans are familiar with
oh,
what's his name. I mean, have you seen like, bro, the hell that club had to go through this season? Listen, man, this is probably like the only positive news they've had in a long time.
yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bad deal at all. I mean, to be fair, Allegri is not actually a bad appointment, but you guys, but on the other side, I'm not gonna lie, right? I feel like your problems are bigger than many people are ignoring. I think that you guys have really big issues because who are you guys gonna replace this guy with? You understand what I mean,
Don't
right?
know. Yep.
And that's the problem because this is the issue. There's a scarcity of like top managers, like you just mentioned. Xavi is like the most obvious one. Like
Yep.
other managers are already hired,
Yep.
right? So, I mean, listen, it's gonna be very interesting, 100%. It's gonna be very very interesting. But look,
Now,
obviously, I mean, what's right? What's that? I
what?
mean, so the club.
Yeah.
So wait, so the club World Cup is coming up. Is Tudor gonna be your manager in that tournament?
Supposedly he will be the manager at the moment because we didn't get Conte or Gasparini. But if a coach comes in the next couple of days, who knows? Simeone. Hey, Godfrey, that's a good shout. Imagine Diego Simeone coming to the. He would. I think he would cook in Serie A. He would cook.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. That league would work well. He would fit.
Oh man.
He would fit like. I mean, to be fair, and also let's be clear, he's Inter Milan as well. So
I
imagine how
know.
pissed off
Oh
you'll be
man,
in. You're
that
gonna
would be
piss off so
crazy.
many.
That would be
That'll be so
crazy.
crazy. I mean, okay. So look, at the end of the day, so yeah, you're just in this position now.
Yeah,
You're
we
just
just
looking
don't
at it
know.
now.
We just don't know at the moment. I
Damn.
mean, we'll see. We'll see. Because I want to look into a lot of the because I already started to do a couple of videos with Komoli, what the background of his experiences, why is he going to become the CEO, and a couple other things. I'm going to be looking, of course, with the market news and stuff like that. But I mean, for strikers, Jokeres looks to be because since Arsenal is backing away from that, Jokeres could be an
And yeah,
option.
we're gonna that's a good one to get into. But before I actually get into the transfers of the players, what about this right here? Pioli.
No,
Would you take Pioli?
no.
Did Pioli win the
Uh,
league with? Wasn't it Pioli who won the league with AC Milan?
He did, but I feel like that he wouldn't be good for Juve. I feel like that if you're gonna hire Pioli, you might as well keep Tudor, bro. You know what I mean? I think
Okay.
with I think Pioli, and not just that, but Pioli's getting closer and closer to the Atalanta job. So I'm hearing, but Pioli's not the favorite
Oh,
at the moment. Yeah, he's not the favorite
okay.
yet. But I think he's
All right.
close to getting the Atalanta job. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I mean, all right. Listen, let's kind of. I mean, listen, the manager thing. We'll see what happens with that. I'm very interested to.
Zidane, imagine all this stuff, and Zidane just
That is
says,
what.
"You know what?
No, to be
That's
fair, I mean,
crazy."
to be fair, I'll be honest. I think you guys should go all out for him.
That's what I'm saying. I would be like, Zidane, that's it, man. This is it. This is it, bro. Like you got
Like
to come now.
imagine in a few weeks from now, after the Club World Cup, they just say you just get the news, the Fabrizio news, Gio. Juventus have agreed terms with Zinedine Zidane to be the manager in
Oh.
2025. Oh my
Do
goodness.
you know how many people I'll be fooling if that happens with all the Napoli fans? Because I had a show yesterday. I was getting cooked in that show. But listen, I
Oh
took
yeah,
the heat.
watch.
I
Oh, by
took
the
the
way,
heat.
I do watch that show too, man. That's a
Oh,
great
to
show.
the couch show? Yeah,
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 the
man.
culture show. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Listen, man. I'm telling you, it is so damn funny with those guys and stuff like that, man. And not just that, but hey, Mancini,
That's what I was about to get to.
guys. Yeah, Mancini has another
Zia,
option.
Zia,
Mancini's another
Zia,
option. So yes, yeah,
would you take
yeah.
would you take him?
I would probably try him for one season. Why not? Give him like who else is really
I
out there?
mean,
Who
yeah,
else
that's
is
the
really
thing.
out there? You know what I mean?
If you're out of options, I do hear you.
You
I
know,
do hear you. I mean,
of
what?
course, he would be like my plan D. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't even be my plan C. But listen, if it's better than nothing. He has experience, but you know he knows how to win, and not just that, he actually plays good football. If you think about it, with the right team, he can play good football. And if you get him the
I
right
hear.
players, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So
I hear. Ziyad says, "Are you keeping more? What about this? Have any talks been coming out in Italy about Colomwani still? Is he going back to PSG, or are you guys considering maybe just keeping him?
I I think that we're trying to negotiate for another season loan. That's what I've been hearing. Supposedly he's going to be staying for the Club World Cup, but we're going to see if we could keep him on a loan with an obligation at the end of the next season. So
Obligation.
yeah, so we'll see.
I
We'll
mean,
see
yeah,
what happens.
that's a smart one because at least if he doesn't do well, you can just
Yep.
you know what I mean. I just let him leave. So yeah, I
Yep.
mean that is a very very good one. And Godfrey I didn't even know he was a Juve fan. He says Zidane to Juve injected into my veins. The
Please,
board would have to
please,
back him
bro.
seriously, though. I mean, to be
Oh
fair,
yeah, I agree.
I think that would be what it would take to bring Zidane in. I think
Yeah.
Zidane would have to have a level of control, right, in the team, right, and build something. You feel me, right?
Well,
Um,
listen, I mean, with Chiellini also taking over in part of the management now as well.
oh, Giorgio Chiellini.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, there you go. You got legends back,
So
man.
you
You
know what
got
I'm
the
saying?
legend.
And not just that, but supposedly he could get the whole gang back together with Bonucci on the board and Barzagli, the BBC. So
Oh,
that'll
there
be
you go. Hey,
interesting.
listen, man, the flat three center backs, man. Hey, listen, he'll be here for it, man. I mean, to be fair, when you guys are very notorious for like rehiring your former players. Like Pavel Nedved is like the biggest one, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously the late great Sharia, back in the day, when he retired, he actually became a scout. I think that's how he passed away because he was like scouting a player,
Yep.
and yeah, he passed away during a trip. But yeah, I mean, you got that. Who else? Like you guys hired former players, Deschamps. He was your
Deschamps,
manager one time. So was Pirlo. Conte. Conte is a big
Conte.
one. Conte was a former player as well. So yeah, you guys have always been a very in-house club, and Zidane would just fit the mold because Zidane is a former player as well. So there you go. Like that fits like a glove. You feel me, right?
This guy Ziad says, oh, bro, this guy is
Yeah,
comparing
we
us to
already talked
United,
about
bro.
this. Yeah, we just
Oh
talked
yeah, we
about
just
this actually. So
this guy's
yeah,
comparing us to United, bro. We're nothing like that club, okay?
I like
They're in 16th place,
Jeez.
bro. They're in 16th, bro. You
I mean,
can't
to be fair,
compare.
yeah, you guys, even in your worst season, you didn't finish below 10th. So I hear.
Nope.
I mean, you know what it is? I think United are similar to the Juventus of 2009,
Yeah,
2010.
2009, 2010. I feel like
Yeah,
yeah, I agree.
when you guys were losing to Fulham in the Europa League, bro, that was like that was your lowest time as a Juventus fan, I'm sure, bro.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
that was Juventus at their lowest, bro.
Yep.
Getting
But
knocked
like I
out by
said,
Fulham, bro.
hiring the right people is what matters, I think, and that's what Juventus needs to do. Hire the right people. So hopefully this guy Comoli, when he comes in, he's coming in, I think, tomorrow. Let's see what he could bring, because he's going to need to fix up a lot of things, including the management, So we'll see.
100%. You guys definitely need to fix up, and you need to fix up very, very quickly. But listen, let's actually get into some player links, because you guys have been linked to two players as well. Let's get into it. Obviously, the big links are the Gyökeres talk. I've been listening to the Gyökeres talk. I mean, listen, apparently you guys are looking at.
Wait, what the? Wait. What fan is this guy, bro?
Ziyad, who do you support, bro?
Yeah, bro. Who do you support? Like, are you an Inter fan, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
listen, man. Come on, man. Come on and show us, man.
Because we had a whole debate about that, bro. If you're a Milan fan,
Yeah.
United.
He said
no, but listen, bro. You can't be comparing, man. You can't compare what Juventus is now to United. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You can't be comparing.
Hey, listen, man.
You lost to Tottenham, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Hey, listen. Can I just say this to you now, Ziyad? I'm gonna tell you this now, bro. They might have got relegated before, but hey, you are not any far away from relegation either, man. So please don't talk yet, man. I'm just saying, be very careful what you say, man, because you guys were dangling around relegation, man. But he says, yeah, you messed up with Marotta. I mean, that is obvious.
That's obvious, yeah.
That is obvious. I think a lot of Juventus fans are very, very acceptant of all of that. Big up to Shahid says this must be touch lines. This must be touch lines, mutant.
Probably.
It must be. Hey, listen, you never know, man. You never know.
Bro was talking about undefeated in Europe the whole season until the final. I didn't know what happened.
Against Tottenham, bro. Yeah. Undefeated in Europe, and then they lose to Tottenham in the final. Listen, imagine losing to Tottenham, man. It could never be us. I can tell you that.
I can't, man. Nah.
It cannot, man. We don't relate, man. Hey, listen, I remember Juventus. I think Juventus played Tottenham in 2018. I will never forget, because in 2018 they were unbeaten. Remember, they were unbeaten, right, in the group stages. So and we were in the same group with you guys, and we actually beat you. Remember, we finished. You guys finished second, so you guys had to play Tottenham, and you guys actually drew in the Alliance Stadium, and then you went to their stadium and beat them. And then Chiellini. Oh, I love your Chiellini is a treasure, man. I love that guy when he talks.
It's the history of Tottenham.
It's like the Tottenham. It's the history of the Tottenham. I'm like, brother, this man said it's in your DNA to lose.
Bro. That's what, bro. When Tottenham won, bro, I was like, bro, now I can never do that again, bro. I can't say that now. Like,
the history of forget about it, bro.
I mean,
they remember, because they you guys drew 2-2 and they took the lead at Wembley.
Yeah,
and then Dybala equalized.
And then Higuain.
Higuain scored, and I'm like, and then he just comes in, it's the history of the and you know what makes it worse? When he says it's the history of the Tottenham, he says, yeah, they are notorious for kind of like messing things up. I'm like, oh my, because the first time when he said the history of the Tottenham, I thought, okay, he must, because he's Italian, he probably doesn't even know what he is talking about, right? So he probably wanted to say, in Tottenham's history, they are a very, very big team. But when he said next, they are known for like messing it up in the last one, I'm like, oh my god, he was actually trolling. He actually, when he said the history of Tottenham, he was actually trolling Tottenham, bro. Oh my god, bro. I mean, I'm sure Arsenal fans were just like having the time of their lives listening to that. They were like, yeah, my guy, Chiellini, man, let's go. That's the history of the Tottenham. I'm like, oh my god, crazy. Hey, listen, man. Listen, Chiellini, man, Chiellini is a treasure for sure. But hey, listen.
No way. Oh, shoot. Now there's rumors about, oh, shoot.
Breaking
there's
news,
no way, guys.
Tudor come on.
Tudor could go to Atalanta now. We're cooked. So I mean, Pioli could be.
Pioli is coming to Juventus, guys.
Pioli could be coming. Nah, that's not here you go yet. But Pioli, it says remains one of the top potential options for Juventus if Tudor leaves. And Di Marzio just reported this. Tudor could go to Atalanta. I don't think he'll stay at Juventus.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Wow, what the
Bro. What the hell
bro?
is going? Bro, my guy is going through it, guys. Like,
I have no clue, man.
listen, man. Prayers for my guy Gio. Gio is going through a lot today. Today has just been a day of hell. Like, firstly, he gets rejected by his first option, Plan A, gets rejected by Plan B, and then now Plan C has said, yeah, you know what? We're not sticking. I'm not sticking around. I'm not gonna be your side piece. Crazy, man. But yeah,
But
what?
good news,
What
I
is
would
it?
say. Juventus have made contact with Victor Gyökeres, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and Mate Moretto. So,
Okay, let's segue into that.
yep.
Now, I was actually on Football Mania before I got here, right? Now,
Yeah.
all the things we were saying when we were there was that Gyökeres was a player who was linked in the Premier League. Arsenal now are looking at a guy and getting Sesko.
Tesco.
Fucking Sesko. All right. Chelsea have just signed Delap. It doesn't seem like what's his name wants to join a mid-table team. Gyökeres wants to join a mid-table team called Manchester United, so that one's out of the picture.
Yeah.
So that means his options are very low, and now Juventus are they've joined the conversation now because it seems that Osimhen, he could be moving to Saudi. It looks like he might be going to Al Hilal, Azir's team, right?
Yep.
I don't know what this though. I don't know what Al Hilal are cooking in the transfer window.
Bruno
but
Fernandes.
Bruno
Yep.
Fernandes and Osimhen, jeez, right?
Yep.
But okay, so last week we were talking about link to Hoyland. Last week,
Please no. Please no.
you guys were linked to Hoyland. Come on, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, please. I don't need Hoyland, man. Tell your Manchester United board to sell him abroad, bro. I can't.
Hey,
with
listen,
Hoyland.
it is abroad, man. Italy is in another country, so yeah, man.
Sell him sell him to Inter. Sell him to Inter. That would be perfect, man. Sell him
Oh
to
wow,
Inter.
Theo Hernandez too.
No, really?
They're linked. I think he's not saying he's gonna join, but he's linked.
Oh, okay, linked.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
imagine.
I've been hearing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
gonna have Theo Hernandez, João Cancelo on. Oh my days.
Oh my gosh, that
Nah,
would
right.
be the crazy thing is.
No. This Zia guy wants to be sitting, bro. Zia is enjoying, like, you see this guy, right? His hometown club is actually cooking like this.
You're capping, Saeed. What do you mean Garnacho to Juve? That's not. Wait, let me see.
Hey,
gotta look at this.
No
Let
way.
me see. No way, this is true.
No way.
Wait.
Hold on. Let's pull this up. No, this is the lie. Let me see this. Fabrizio Romano. Let me actually search Fabrizio right now.
No way.
All right. No, I don't think this is
Nah,
true.
that's not true.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
No. But yeah. I mean, to be fair, Manchester United are making a move for Gyökeres as well. That's another thing that I forgot to mention. So they're actually looking at him too. So let me ask you this now, okay?
Yeah.
You now have been apparently are going to be talking to Gyökeres now, right? Are you confident now, looking at like the fact that other clubs who were kind of like ahead of you in like the pecking order now are kind of looking at other options? Are you more confident of maybe bringing him in?
Nope.
Gyökeres?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I'm not confident. Listen, I'm not confident because of how the whole market has been just a crazy thing with what's happening with Juve. But I think with if we get Gyökeres, I think that would be a good step in terms of we found a striker that could play well, and I think that Gyökeres could play well in the Serie A without a doubt. Marco, big up to Marco, bro.
Hey, listen, man, you never know.
I think he could do well, especially if he could get, like I said, a good coach if he can. Listen,
I mean, to be
if
fair-
Tudor stays, I'll be happy if Tudor stays. Listen, at this point, I'll be happy if Tudor stays. But
To be fair, Gyökeres, I think, has a 60 million buyout clause on his contract.
yep.
And if you guys are not gonna be keeping Colomwani, are you? So wait, you wouldn't. So wait, if you don't keep Colomwani, like, that is a big deal. That's a great deal to get. But you just mentioned, because to be fair, you guys do have Champions League football. You understand what I mean, right? So
Vlahovic is on the way out.
And that's my
So
point.
makes sense.
So
Yeah.
Vlahovic, and who knows, maybe it could be a swap there. So Vlahovic could be going to listen, man. It's Napoli for listen, Vlahovic for Gyökeres, man. You could do that.
Yeah.
You can do that. Listen, man. Hey,
That would
listen.
help you, man.
Maybe Vlahovic might find his level in the Portuguese league. You never know. Listen, Bas Dost went to that league and became top goal scorer. So listen, anyone can do it if he can do it. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Um,
I mean,
this is Garnacho is more likely to go to Napoli. Yeah, 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 yeah.
at the moment,
I
yeah.
mean, I mean, to be fair, man, listen, you talk about Garnacho. You never know how good Garnacho is going to be in your league, man. He could cook, man. I don't know why you're saying no.
Listen, I mean, no, I mean, I would want. Listen, I would want Juventus to go after Gyökeres like as soon as possible. But knowing what just happened with the two last coaches, it's like, okay, if we're not gonna be, smart, and I hate to bring it up, but you saw how Real Madrid was moving, right? They got their
Mm.
coach way before. They got the players that they wanted way before. They were right on target. And guess what?
Mm.
Props to them. But this is exactly how Juventus should have been acting from the start before. But I get it because we weren't confirmed in Champions League, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
But still, you at least contact the coaches. You know what I mean? Contact the coaches that you're gonna be already going with already. You know what I'm saying? Like the Conte thing was supposed to be already wrapped up, right? This and that. But now we're like on emergency mode. Now we're like, okay, what the heck is happening? And this is what I'm not liking from the club at the moment. But I think listen, if we could find somebody that's good, and De Zerbi was a good shout, Xavi is also a good shout. If we could find somebody,
Mm.
I think that'll be good. That'll be good.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, we'll definitely we'll see what happens with that for sure. I mean, oh, wait, okay. So apart from your careers, have there been any links recently, to your club recently or outside of your club that players
Um.
linked?
Well, okay. So, the thing with Osimhen is we're actually still in the race for Osimhen. We're going to be there to the end. So, nothing with Al Hilal is finished with that.
Okay.
Other things is we are linked with a couple of Italian players like Coppola, Leone from Hellas Verona, a defender. We're definitely going to be looking for probably like one midfielder. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But right now, it's the striker's position, and then we're going to wake our way in towards July. We're going to hear more names. But another good name that I was hearing about linked with Juve would be Zegrova from Lille, which is
Ooh.
actually a good. In my opinion, I would pick that guy up immediately.
Yo,
Immediately.
yo, that Jagrova guy. You know, it's funny. I was talking to Steve, and he was telling me about the Jagrova guy. He's like, Omar, but because he's a Barca fan, he was like, Omar, you guys should get the Jagrova guy. He would cook in your left
He'll
wing and all
cook.
of this stuff.
He's
So
good.
that's actually not a bad. That's actually not a bad deal.
Yup.
Yeah, it's a smart one. It's a very smart deal to make. I'm gonna be very honest, man. Marcus says you should go for Jackson if
No,
your
no,
guys.
no, please no. Yo, Marco, you're funny, bro. Nah, man, listen, man. I don't want Nicholas Jackson, bro. I don't need Nicholas Jackson, okay, bro? I don't need that guy at my club, please. I don't need that guy. No way,
Damn,
bro. No way.
damn.
Jonathan
The guy
David on the
said the
free?
guy. Yeah, I mean to
I
be
don't
fair,
think
he's
so.
still available.
Yeah,
He's still
but I,
available.
I, I, I think that he's gonna. I think he's gonna end up at Napoli as well. So Napoli's gonna get sacked. I think. Yeah, he might end up at Napoli. Yeah.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. I
Yep.
mean, to be fair, there is an option that has recently just shown into fruition, and he's actually been linked to your club as well.
Really?
My guy, yeah, he's a Galactico, and his name
Ooh.
is Endrick. You guys have been linked
Ah.
to
Yes.
Endrick. I've seen
Yes.
apparently a loan deal for Endrick, right? So
That wouldn't be a
it's
better
not, there's
option.
no, I don't think there's an option to buy, to be honest. But what would you say if you guys bring in Endrick?
I would say why not on a loan? Why not? We need the extra guys, especially for next season. Especially if our management doesn't get who we really want to get in terms of the thing. So why not? I would say Endrick definitely get Endrick on a loan, and we could use him for sure. He could be vital for next season for sure.
Yeah, I mean 100%. Says Sir Bobby Endrick. this, this guy. Yeah. Listen, he says yeah, I should get loan to but no, no thanks, no thanks. We're good. We're good with Ferran. I would rather keep Ferran Torres, man. I'm telling you that, right? No, man. I'm telling you that right now. But hey, listen. Um, Gio,
Yep.
obviously you guys season's over, but your season is not over yet because you guys have Club World Cup. I'm actually going to look at the Club World Cup 1 second. I'm actually look at the groups. Give me a second, okay? I'm gonna
Yep.
pull them. Patience, guys. Let me pull up the Club World Cup. FIFA Club World Cup. Okay, so Juventus are in Group G with Man City, Al Ain, and Casablanca. Right? Confident in that group? You're gonna get out of that group, bro?
Well, we should at least get second place, in my opinion.
You should.
Man City's gonna be tough because they have a coach. They know what to do.
Man City. Come on, this
Yeah.
is Man City. This is
I
2025
mean,
Man City, bro.
true, but I feel like at the moment,
By the way, you beat Man City. Don't forget, you beat Man City this season in the Champions League.
true. You know what?
So yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna back Juve. I'm gonna say, you know what? We'll get first.
Yeah,
We'll
I
get
mean
first.
this is true.
Yep.
Don't sleep on
They
the
are.
African
Yeah,
on the
Casablanca. Yeah,
Moroccans, man.
yeah. They are good. So
I mean, I'm
we
looking
should.
forward to this Club World Cup. I mean, listen, as far as like I got, Barca are not competing. I'm good, man. Like I'm good. I'm happy to sit down and just
Oh,
watch.
I might be going to one of the games, Omar.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah.
Which game? Which game? Let me see.
I believe the one in Philadelphia. I think that's
Okay, let
against
me see.
Al
So your
Ain.
first game, yeah. So that's the opening game.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me see. Are you guys having? Let me see if you guys have any games. Okay, so your next game is Casablanca, and that is in Lincoln Field. And the final game against Man City will be in.
Orlando.
Damn it, man. Orlando, Florida, man. So I can. I mean, listen, that's around your end. So what? Would you be going to the City game as
Maybe.
well?
Maybe. We'll see. I might take a trip. Why not?
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So do you think? Okay. So do you? Are you confident that maybe Juventus might have a good run in the Club World Cup?
Like I said, I can't say anything yet because I don't know who the coach is. Maybe next week, next weekend, I don't know, next Friday, I will tell you more. If
All
we,
right,
if
for
we,
sure,
if
for
we,
sure.
because I think at the moment with Tudor, I would say I think that we have a good shot of making at least a decent run. Because listen, I think that Tudor is a good coach. I mean, for him
Hmm.
coming in only like in a couple of games, and he actually didn't do that bad. He only had one loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's not bad. I get it. It wasn't also his players as well as mostly Malta's players. So, if he does stay and we give him the players that he needs, I say that he does a good run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I 100% hear it.
Bro,
I
this guy
a hundred
Marco
percent.
Marco wants me to get arrested, bro.
Hey, listen, man. I've seen these guys get arrested. They get let go
Yeah,
after
they
that,
get
man.
let go
So
after that. Yeah.
yeah,
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 man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, okay. So
Imagine I'll be like,
listen.
oh.
So if you go to if you ever do that, what would you do? Would you like run, when you run on the field? Are you going to like which play would you go to?
Ooh.
Sorry to think
Definitely,
about it.
definitely Yildiz. For sure. Yildiz or Turam. Them two. Or if Bremer's gonna be there, I'll go to Bremer as well because he's been a good defender. And
Oh, so Brahma will be available to in the Club World Cup.
supposedly he's gonna be there, but I'm not sure he's gonna play. So I think we're saving him from next season, which is the best option. I don't want him getting injured in the Club World Cup. That'll be a disaster. Woohoo!
Okay.
That'll be a disaster.
Hey, yeah, complete disaster. You don't need that. You don't need
Yep.
that. But hey, listen, Gio, talk to the people, man. Before you go, let me see. It says because I saw leaving. I can't believe it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
leaving on.
Yep.
He says, I see Juventus doing well in this tournament. All right. Well, listen,
Hope
man.
so. Hope so.
Yeah, listen. I mean, he said Madrid fan. They're playing Al Hilal in the opening game. If that Bruno fan. Let me. So wait, would they be able to have new? Would Trent be playing in that tournament? I don't know
Yeah.
if the new
Yeah.
transfer will be.
Yeah. They
So if
will.
they okay, so then that means that if Bruno signs, he will play in the Club World Cup, and if Osimhen signs, he will go to play. Hey, listen, man,
Because
I've told you guys
they have that
two
window
one.
from June 1st, I think.
That's what I'm saying. So listen, I tell you now, I've told you already. When these guys win the 2-1 versus Real Madrid, we will be here for that. You understand what
Ooh.
I'm saying, right? Yeah, we'll be here for that. 2-1 to El Hilal. I've already said it, man. I'm staying locked in, man. I'm putting my chips down. But yeah, listen, Gio, tell the people, man. Tell the people where they can find you. Tell them what's coming up on Juve Corner Cast, bro.
Well, yeah, guys, as you can see right here, Juve Cornercast. Go find me. Go type it out. I just reached 1.2k finally. So of course, thank you for all your support. And yeah, no, of course, tomorrow will be the hate along. We all know I'm gonna have a couple of guests coming on to join me on the hate along. It's gonna be fun. Listen, and it might turn out to be a disaster, but hey, we gotta do it just for the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely doing the hate along. I just finished a video with them about Komoli. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, there's gonna be lots of other market news. But yeah, man, yeah, man. But big up to everybody in the
Yeah,
chat once again. Big up to everybody in the chat. You guys are legends. You guys are legends, bro.
yeah, man. Big up to everyone, man. Big up to every single one of you guys. This Marco, man, he's going crazy, man. Everyone's liking the hair, man. But listen, if you
I,
guys want to see more of, if you guys want to see more of Gio's hair, just make sure you guys go and subscribe to Juve Cornercast 100%, guys. Listen, man, this has been another episode 6. Sorry, guys, the episode is short today. Listen, this has been episode 6 of the Blaugrana Bianconeri show. We're back next week, hopefully with some news, right? Some news, brand new news. And listen, let's see if this is going to be a more positive news, because this was definitely not a positive one.
oh,
Especially, yeah. So yeah, for sure, man. Pick up to my guy
Zidane.
Gio every single time. Listen, if they listen, man, if they confirm Zidane next week, we will be here and we will see the celebration, man. I'll let this guy say
Yeah.
whatever he wants to say, man. You can be as shameless as you want. But yeah, man. Listen, guys. So this stream, guys, will be redirecting you all to Zero Talk, guys. He's doing WWE SmackDown watch along, guys. Make sure you guys go put Omar BYT Raid in the comment section below. Big up to every single one of you guys every single time. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, subscribe to Gio and Juve Cornercast, and peace, you guys. Take care.
Peace.